Hey y'all, welcome back to Faith Budgets. I'm currently taking control of my finances by paying off debt and saving at the same time. On this channel, I'll be posting videos about how we use a zero-based budget, sinking funds, cash stuffing, and paying off debt. If that's content that you're interested in, then please keep watching and definitely hit the subscribe button and join us on this journey to financial freedom. Hey everybody, so in today's video I just wanted to do, it's not my regular videos that I do. I just wanted to do a new one with an update on my sinking funds, and I made new envelopes and I also added some new categories. So I just wanted to kind of go over all that and get it all, I got it organized in my binders and just wanted to go over my new categories. I'm excited. I added a few extra ones and I had split some of them up. Some that I already had, I had them combined into one. So I split those up and broke them out into individual envelopes. So first we'll start, I have in my wallet, we'll start in it first. I'm still waiting to get a new wallet. This is from the Aesthetic Dollar. This is from Emily at the Aesthetic Dollar. She has these in A6 and I think she's getting some A7s too maybe now. So she's getting those coming up too. So, but I don't like this zipper here, and also it's getting a little bit tight. But the Budget Mom is coming out with one, and I think she has black and brown. And I've really been wanting a black wallet, so I think she maybe is going to get hers done and ready to go out in March. So I'm hopefully going to be getting one of those in March, maybe. But this is the Poppy. I think this is the Poppy in the A6 personal size from the Aesthetic Dollar, 6 ring, and the Lavender Fog, I think is the color. And she has the fly leaves that click in here too that you can put your change in. But I think the Budget Mom's is maybe a little bit bigger, a little bit more storage space for cards and for, just stashing receipts and things like that. So I want to give it a try. So here's my new envelopes. I made them. Finally got my mind made up which kind I wanted, and I used the vellum and the matte laminating sheets. Just watched some YouTube videos. I watched Plan with Desiree or Desiree Plans, something like that, and I watched her videos, and also Budget with Jess. I watched some of her videos on how to make them, and a couple other ones. I just kind of watched them and went from there, and they're very, very time consuming. All of these people that make these and sell them on Etsy, my hat's off to you. I don't think I could do that all the time. I'm kind of very, very tedious and time consuming. So, so I have food in here. This is for, not for our groceries. This is just for cash that I'm stuffing in my wallet for quick stops by the grocery store if we need something to pick up in between paychecks, or this is out to eat money too. I used this today. We went to eat after church. My son came in from college, so I did use this today for eating at the Mexican restaurant. So there's food, and here we have church. I cleaned that out today too. This is me money. This is for just my personal spending. This is where I'm saving up for my wallet that I want to save up to purchase, or if I want to buy anything from Amazon, any other budgeting things, like the things I got to make these envelopes, I bought that with this money. Just any kind of little thing that I'm wanting to buy personally just for me. And then here we have self-care. This is also for me. This is for hair appointments, haircut, hair color, facial products, cleansers, retinol, tretinoin, sunscreen. And then like if I do my nails at home, I do the gel, no, it's not the gel top coat is what I use, but I use the dip powder, and then I use the gel top coat and put it under the lamp. But I have to buy the things, for that. Right now I'm pretty stocked up, but I do have to purchase some things here and there to replace. And then if I do want to go get my toes done or anything other like that, self-care services, trying to think what else would be on here. Because it's not really, I have another category, personal, that I use too for like vitamins and healthcare, things that are more for supplements, vitamins. But this also would be for hair products that I purchase on Amazon. Things that I don't buy normally at Walmart. Walmart is where I get our groceries and our household and personal hygiene items. I do that once a week. I do an online pickup and I have a category by itself for Walmart. Kind of separated out like that. And then we have fun. I use the little trackers from the Aesthetic Dollar as well. And I put those in here and put them backwards, and that way I can just flip over and see how much money I have in there. I print those out and cut them and stick them in there. Now I have a fun category. I use this weekend too for spectator fees, going to ball games, going out with my girlfriends to eat. We try to go out once a month with some girls I went to high school with, and we catch up and get together once a month and go eat. And maybe if me and my husband's just going to grab something or going to do something fun, we'll use this. And then here's miscellaneous. If I have anything that's unplanned that pops up, or maybe I ran out of money in one of the other ones, I might dip into this. I don't usually put a whole lot in here, but it's good to have a little bit there. And kids, this is for, I have a teenage boy that's in high school. He's a senior. And I have a stepdaughter. She's a junior. And then also I have a son. My older son is in college. He's 21. So I used this to give my son money during the week for school, like school lunches. And he works, so if it's not school lunch, it might be, he just uses it however he needs to, but I give him some money weekly to get, he buys his own gas, but because he works, and he uses that for his running money, his job. And I give him money for food, basically, I guess, if he wants to eat before he goes to work. And dogs, we have, my husband has dogs that he uses for rabbit hunting, and we have a little Jack Russell too. So this is for dog food, dog treats, vet visits, if we need cedar shavings for their kennels, any other things that they may need, whatever kind of medicines they need for, and the flea and tick stuff that we put out there. Flea and tick medications. And this is medications for me. This is basically, I'm the only one that has to get medications. I had my thyroid removed because I had thyroid cancer. So thank goodness they got it all and nothing had spread anywhere. So, but I do have to take that levothyroxine every day for the rest of my life. So I do take that, and I take some rheumatoid arthritis medication as well. I have to take that every day. And then multivitamins. I think that would put multivitamins in personal. This is just for our prescription medications. And then we have Sam's Club. I'm a member of Sam's. We do our bulk shopping here. And I don't usually go in the store a lot because it's like an hour away from where we live. We live out in the country. So I usually do the online orders and have it shipped here. So I don't get a lot of the produce there, but I do get the bulk paper products and cleaning products and have it shipped here to the house because it's free to get shipped for those items. So it's I did actually just do an order, so I will have to reimburse this back. And I'm trying something new with reimbursing back. I'm going to do some credit card stuff. I mean, I'm not credit card. I don't have any credit card debt. I did years ago, and if you'd have told me that I was going to do this then, I thought you was crazy. Because I don't, okay, sorry, my light died. I don't know if it really was dead, so I had to plug that thing up. It's pitch dark here. It's nighttime. I'm filming, so I have to have the light on for sure tonight. But I was saying about credit cards, I'm going to try to get some, earn some points with it, with purchases that I know that I'm going to be reimbursing anyway, now that I'm a little bit better at budgeting now. I'm not the best, but more disciplined, I guess I should say is the word. More disciplined now than what I was years ago, about not spending more than what I have. And know that the cash envelopes have changed our life, the way we think about it, the way our thought process towards money, and it has changed the way we pay our bills. It's changed the way we think about it, how being in debt, like if I'm going to make a purchase, I'm not going to make a purchase for more than what I have in these envelopes. Before I would have just swapped the card, but now that I'm disciplined enough and I'm keeping track of it on a tracker, I can pay it off immediately and never go past that. Never just pay the minimum, never. I don't know why they have that on there. Minimum payment should never be an option. That's where they get you, that's where they got me. So definitely want to pay that off monthly. Never let it draw, never get any interest where I have to pay any interest, and just get it all paid off before the due date. So that's my plan, and maybe get some points back for using the card. I just got an Ally credit card. I use Ally High Yield Savings, and I just got approved for their card, and I get $200 if I spend $500 within until before May 31st. And I should be able to do that by using it for our Sam's and our Walmart purchases. So I think I'm just going to kind of ease into it and try it that way, and earn some points to maybe use for travel, and get a discount on the hotel rooms or something whenever we go on our vacations. So just going to try it a little bit. I mean, some of these people use it for airline points and, really all kinds of points to travel with. And I don't know anything about all that. I'm just kind of learning about it. So just a little bit, if I can just get a discount on some hotel rooms. Everything's so expensive when you go travel and go on vacations and you take your whole family, and the food is expensive, the room is expensive, everything is. So if I can get some discounts and use these points on this money that I'm already using anyway, and then I'm disciplined enough to not go over past the due date on my credit card, pay it off before the month, as the month goes, just pay it off and leave it in my budget, just like a line item in my budget. It's still there. It's still a bill, I guess you would say. So that's Sam's Club. And then gas, we are cashless. And this is another category that I think I will use, because you can get up to 3% back on gas. So I think I'm going to try that as well, since we already use a card for gas. So why not use a credit card? And I could even put the money in here, the cash in here, and then pay it off at the end of the month, or right before the due date. It might not be the end of the month, whenever it is, however the bill cycle falls. But pay that off. I could even do it weekly, because we get paid weekly. So I may do that as well. I'm not sure. So that's everything in my wallet. If any of you guys know anything about the points and the credit cards, and or if you do that, if you use your cash envelopes as a way to earn the benefits from the points from the credit cards, please let me know in the comments how you do it and how you track it. I think the main thing I was wanting to learn was how to keep track of what bills I pay with my credit card, and then make sure that I pay that off immediately. I don't want it to sit there and have to pay the interest on it. So okay, the next one will be this is the big boy. This one's already full. I'm gonna have to do some condensing already and do some placeholders. This is, I would say, probably more like short-term sinking funds for things that we will dip into throughout the year, more than once probably. So, or maybe at least once. So yeah, multiple times on these. So that's why, this will be, I guess, considered short-term. Some people say high priority, low priority. So, I guess this would be considered high priority. Not really sure, but it's short-term. We'll dip into this a whole lot more. So this is for memberships and subscriptions. I had originally just had this in here when I had my card tags in here with it. So I separated this out. So this will be for Sam's membership. Canva, Plexus. I'm an ambassador for Plexus. That's our multivitamins. I use supplements, probiotics. I get my collagen now at Plexus also, since I get a discount. And our pest control that comes once a year, I put that in here with it. It's not really considered a membership, but they do come once a year. And then Royal Change, Sydney Cummings. She's a personal trainer on YouTube. I've been working out with her for about 3 years now, and she has YouTube workouts free on her YouTube channel. But then she also has the Sydney Squad, where she, does a little bit more with helping you with your macros and the fitness and your diet all together. I hate the word diet, but how to take more control of your eating habits and tracking what you eat and knowing what's best to eat and how much of it, and also other exercise techniques and tips. And she's awesome. Her and her husband have created this business from scratch, and she's wonderful. She's very down to earth. Both her and her husband, they have a little boy, and they are great. Very, very, very great people. And then also Amazon Prime is in here as well. So have that, and then car tags. I separated that out. We have 4 vehicles that we do car tag. Well, one of them is the Honda side-by-side. That's the one we owe. That's our only debt that we owe on. So we do have to get tags on that too, because it is street legal. So, and then I have my Yukon. My husband has his truck, and then we have his commuter car that he drives to work. So we do have those. And then my sons, they take care of their car tags. We pay the insurance, but they take care of their own car tags and gas and running money. And then my older son, he takes care of everything in college. He has his own house and everything. But land tax, we have some land that is not included with our mortgage in our home. We own a home. Well, we own land across, from our property now, and it is 10 acres. And then we have our home with 9 acres, but it's not paid off yet. So the land and tax included with the house is included our mortgage escrow. But this is because it's not included in our mortgage, so we do have to pay this outright ourselves. It's not included in our monthly mortgage payment, I guess. So we pay that once a year. I want to make sure we have that. Car maintenance, we definitely need to build this up. This is for like tires, anything. I think my husband just bought some headlights for the little commuter car that he uses, and like some sensors, I think, for something on my tires, and wiper blades, anything that we need for car maintenance. And we both have older vehicles, so we have to dip into this quite a bit, and I want to build this up and put some of it in our Ally savings if we can, to build up for the tires. Senior year and prom, this is for my youngest son. He's a senior in high school, and it's about prom time now, and this is I used it for his junior prom, and now I'll use it for his senior prom, and senior pictures, cap and gown pictures, his yearbook, any other kind of senior fees that he has throughout the year to help him get ready for college, also some application fees and things like that. And I don't think there was anything. Oh, graduation, I'll be putting that. I may, if I have some left in this envelope, I'll use it for his graduation party. I have another envelope for just graduation, like gifts. And here's birthdays and gifts. This is for our family's birthday. And then also gifts of family members, or like nieces, nephews, or gifts for baby showers, wedding showers, and then also maybe even, some close family friends that are graduating. We'll get gifts for that. Use this for that also. Travel is for our mainly more like weekend travel, or traveling with sports. This would not be for weekly like a week vacation. This is more of a smaller, we would dip into this more often. The vacation one is usually just once a year. And this one it'll be multiple times a year. So that's why I have that in here in this binder. Medical dental, I may actually move this over into the long term because I don't use this a whole lot. This is kind of just more like a savings for things that might happen down the road, or all of our kids already had their braces. We don't have to pay a lot of medical fees, thank goodness. My husband has wonderful insurance, and they actually give us money for wellness exams. So I'm putting that money in here. My husband may end up having to have cataract surgery, so and when he does that, we'd like for him to go ahead and get LASIK. He's blind as a bat, so he definitely needs to get some help with his vision, because I think he's about as high as he can go on the prescriptions that he gets. He cannot go any higher or lower, however you say it, but his eyes are so bad they can't do anything else with them. So if they get any worse, he's just going to be stuck. So I'm hoping that the LASIK would help with that. So I'd like to save up for that. Landscaping is for anything outside, as far as not just flowers or just around the house, around the flower beds, but bug spray, weed killer, any kind of stains that we need to use for the deck or for the post out. My husband has a shop outside, out back, so if we have to use it for anything out there. And then date night. This is for me and my husband when we do date nights. We're going to try to put this in our schedule a little bit more often if we can. So, okay, I'm back again. I don't normally video on film on Sundays, and everybody keeps calling and having interruptions, I guess. So, I don't even remember where I was. Let's see. A date night. And then hubby, he has an envelope where he's saving up for larger items that he wants to purchase. It took me a while to get him on board with this whole budgeting system. I mean, we work as a team, and I budget we combine our finances. We both work full time. I work in the medical field. I'm a medical coder. He's in utility services. He works 40+ hours as well, and we both just kind of always lived paycheck to paycheck, and our parents didn't have any money. We came up, pretty poor. He worked in tobacco. He calls it backer. He worked in backer for years, and when he was young, like a boy, he said, he had to work in the field just to get money for his school clothes. So, we've come a long way, and I'm, you want to change all those things for your kids. You don't want them to have to go through the things that we had to go through when we were younger. I'm telling my age, I guess, talking about all this, but yeah. Yeah, I'm telling my age on this. I'm talking about all this stuff, but I'm 46 and he's 47. Well, he turned 48, so he's 48. And telling our age on that. But we don't want the same things. You don't want your kids to have to work hard as we did, so, and be smarter with their money. Okay, so that was all in that binder. That is more the short term, I guess. And then here's more long term. That's what this one will be. And I just got these little binders. I got them on Amazon. Okay, so this is more, I guess, the long term. These are the ones that I originally had just put in my Ally savings account. But now Ally has upped their buckets. I think at first they only would allow you to do 10, but now I think it's like 19 or 20 that you can do. So I added all of these categories into my Ally savings account and created buckets for all of them, except for the holidays other than Christmas. The small holidays that I'll just keep that cash probably. This binder, my holidays binder, I'll keep it in cash. But everything else is going to have its own bucket. So whenever I get money built up in here, I can transfer that over and put it in Ally and let it be drawing interest. And then put placeholders in here. So this one has placeholders. I don't think I had any in here in the short term. So this will be our emergency fund. We have $1,000 in our Ally. Well, actually, I think it's $1,100 now. Yeah, $1,160 in our Ally. But then also, I have $1,000 in our emergency fund in another bank account that is linked to our checking account. That gives me more access, because Ally, it does take sometimes a couple of days to get your transfer complete, you know, if you needed it right away. So I also have $1,000 in our emergency fund that's linked to our checking. It's a savings account. It doesn't draw any, pretty much no interest on that one, but it's accessible, easily accessible there for me to get it. I can just go on in my computer, or I'll have an app also on my phone and have it transferred into my debit card within minutes. So that way, if anything comes up and we had to use money out of any of these categories, then I can use that $1,000. Hopefully that's all we'll need. And, you know, my goal is to eventually maybe build that up a little bit more, but we got to focus on these first. Okay, so emergency fund, and then we have lease land. My husband and his dad go together and lease some land for hunting. They deer hunt and turkey hunt here in Tennessee. So we live in Tennessee, and they've always loved hunting, and my husband is definitely an outdoorsman. So we put money in here for that. They pay that once a year. And then this is for UT tickets. We purchased season tickets to the football games, the college football games where my son goes to college. He's not a football player, but we enjoy watching the football games. And so I made little placeholders. I've done pretty good with the vellum. And so each time I get the money in here, this is actually in Ally. So it's in the bank. That means it's in Ally. And I'll have that in there too. Just as a placeholder to show me what's in there. Pretty neat. I like it. It's going to work out good. And graduations, I didn't have enough placeholders in there. I had 2,000 in there, but I got to make some more 1,000 placeholders. This is for all our graduations coming up. We got a junior and we have a junior in high school, a senior in high school. And then also my son is I guess he's a senior in college. He got it done in like 3 years, but he'll be graduating with his bachelor's in May of this year as well. And then my son will be graduating high school as well in May. So May is a big month for us on graduations. And then my older son will be graduating next year with his master's. He's in an accelerated program for political science and public policy and administration. So he'll be graduating twice on that. And then also his girlfriend will be graduating. And then my stepdaughter will be graduating the next year as well. So the next 2 years we got lots of graduations. And I'm going to, I want to gift them with some money. Probably not a whole lot. I've talked to my husband about it. Maybe $1,000. I'm not sure. What do you guys give? I guess it's probably based on your own budget, but what is good, what is bad for a graduation gift? I mean, I gave my son $500 when he graduated high school, but I want to give more than $500 because I think graduating college is an accomplishment. I'm very proud. I want to give more than $500, so I'm not sure how much to give. I want to give as much as I can. And then we have vacation. This is for our family vacations. I have some in there. I just need some more placeholders. I have $1,300 in there. I'm planning a vacation with my sisters, and we're taking the kids to the beach in Florida, probably Orange Beach area. Let me know if anybody has any tips. We've never been to Orange Beach. We've been to Panama City, Destin, Fort Walton. I think that was it in Florida. Maybe a couple other places, but not that far down, I guess. That far over. But I think it's pretty close to Fort Walton, is what somebody said. But going to Orange Beach, and I'm actually looking tonight to get the reservations booked, I'm hoping. We think we got it narrowed down to a good place. So if anybody has any advice, any good places to eat, we love checking out the local seafood. That's when we go on vacation, we love to eat. That's our favorite part, I think, is eating. And my sisters can throw down some crabs, so they love the crab meat. I'm not a big fan. I love shrimp, but I do love trying the local fish too, different mahi, and I like fish a lot. So fish and shrimp for me, and they'll definitely tear into some crabs. So if you know of any local places down in Orange Beach, please. And I think that's near Gulf Shores. I think it's pretty close to that as well. Anybody has any recommendations on places that we should go and eat and check out, or even places that you've stayed before that are good, or some to stay away from, you know. Let me know what you guys have experienced down there. An anniversary, my husband and I have our anniversary coming up in March, so I'm not sure exactly what we're going to be doing, because we'll have some travel ball games coming up at that time, so I'm not sure exactly what we'll do. We may do a 2-for-1 and do a little something as we're out of town already with the ball games, so we'll see on that. SUV, I am saving for a newer to me SUV. I have a 2008 Yukon, so I'm definitely in need of one. I think I almost have $1,000, $981, and I cannot. It's just so hard to believe. I've never saved up for a vehicle like this before, or even for a down payment on one. So I'm excited to build that up. You know, I would be the one to just go out and take a loan out, but I don't want to. I don't want to now if I don't have to, but. And then we have home maintenance, because you never know. We're homeowners, so you never know when you're going to have things to come up. We just had to replace the faucet in the upstairs bathroom my son shares with my older son, or he did share with him before he moved out. We had to replace that. So any type things like that you have to replace in the home. And then wedding for my older son. He will be graduating college, and then he's also going to be asking his girlfriend to marry him. I think this year is what his plans are. So I want to put a little bit back on that. And I had got a few comments about and some recommendations, suggestions on wedding planning as far as like for the groom side. What am I supposed to do? What are my obligations, I guess, in your experience? What is the mom of the groom supposed to do? You know, the mom of the groom supposed to be responsible for? I've heard it was for the reception and the honeymoon, I think. And then the bride's family pays for the rest. But I want to be able to help out as much as I can. And with, you know, maybe pictures or the venue or flowers. I know pictures and flowers, and the reception's probably the most expensive, I would say. But I want to help out as much as I can with that. And this is my son's savings that I put back for him, my younger son, because my older one, he's already got his from their dad. He passed away, so they did draw money from him. So I do put that in this account. This is one of the accounts I put in for Ally, but then also I have another one that I put directly, as soon as it comes in, we put it directly in his account. A different account that he has access to. So this one he don't have access to yet. So I'll give that to him later. And then this is a new one that I just started, because I just started this one for electronics because I seen somebody else doing this. I can't remember who it was on here on YouTube. Anyway, it basically, I guess it would be for our cell phones. You know, cell phones are expensive, and that's in your monthly budget. You know, that's a good way to cut down on your monthly budget, your totals that come out for new cell phones for me and my husband. And then also for any other electronics that might need replacing in the home. You know, I have a home computer, I have a printer, we have TVs, just anything like that might need replacing. Even if it was just to pay partial on a phone. I don't have any money in here yet, but I do want to put some in there. So my phone's fairly new, but I think it's almost time for my husband to get another one. We usually just put it on there as a payment plan, and we never really thought about it. I know there's not any interest on it, but if I can save up ahead of time and just pay that, that'd be awesome. So I'll do that. So that's all in the green binder. This is the long term. And this gray binder is the new one. This is for holidays. This is our holidays binder. Valentine's Day. I didn't have any money in this envelope this year, so I just had to use out of our date night. and build it up with the overtime check, but my nails are still matching Valentine's Day. So we're going to do a little bit each month, probably not every paycheck, but I do want to put a little bit in these envelopes to help throughout the year. Valentine's Day, Easter. We don't do a whole lot for Easter, but I will probably, our kids are older, so I do like to cook dinner or lunch. We call it dinner, but it's lunch after church. I'll have lunch prepared for us to eat. The whole family comes. Memorial Day, my husband said, why are you putting one in there for Memorial Day? But this is just for like cookouts. A lot of times we'll do cookouts, or we may go to the lake or decide to do something on Memorial Day weekend. So I want to have a little bit in here, and it may be $50 or something, but I want to have something in here if I want to invite people over, and I might need some decorations. I might need, to buy some meat for the grill, buy some sides, or whatever I need for a cookout. Mother's Day, my mother passed away last year. It's coming up on her anniversary of her year since she's been gone, and my sisters and I are planning on, doing something at her grave, maybe releasing some balloons, or we are definitely taking something to put on her gravesite, and then going to eat. So I want to save up money for that, and my husband's mother, she's still living, so we'll get her something, and then probably also for me, I like to get all the family here together, or we may go out to eat, or just anything that we might do as a family on Mother's Day. I want to put that in here too. So Father's Day, that is for my husband and for my dad. My dad's still living and his dad's still living, so we will get them something with that. 4th of July, again, this is for probably like a cookout, or if we go down to the local, we live near a lake, so if we go to the lake and watch the fireworks show, and they have dinner and a show, and for events like that where we go and participate in that. And sometimes it might be like the day or two before the 4th. And then if we want to purchase some fireworks to do here at our house, we'll have the money to do that with. And then here's another, like Labor Day. This is like Memorial Day. It may not be a whole lot, and I don't know if we actually have anything planned, but if I put $20-$50 in here, then I'll have a little bit in here to do a cookout or anything. Halloween and fall. Oh yeah, this one is, we'll probably definitely get some money in it, because we're not a big Halloween decorator family, but we do like the fall decorations here in Tennessee. The colors are beautiful. It's a wonderful time of year. As far as being outside, it's so beautiful. And we'll get pumpkins, which last year my husband put some pumpkins out in the garden, and they actually did pretty good. So I think we are going to try to do that again this year and do some smaller ones, some of the gourds and decorative pumpkins. So I may not have to buy any pumpkins this year, hopefully, but maybe some mums and different decorations for the fall for our porch. And I do have my family over. It's a yearly tradition that we do. My sisters and their kids come over, and we do pumpkin carving and pumpkin painting. Some of the kids like to paint instead. So, and I usually fix chili and soups, and kind of have a family get together for that. So that's something we've done for the last, I would say, 4 years. So that's kind of become a family tradition on that. Thanksgiving, will be mainly just for the food that I prepare for the family. My grandmother used to cook, but she has, my mom's mom, she already passed away, and then my dad's mom, she used to cook for everyone, but she has Alzheimer's, and she's 89 years old, so she doesn't cook anymore. Her mind is not very well, so she's getting slower and more feeble. So I do cook now for my family. They all come here. And then we have Christmas, the big one. This is definitely the one you gotta stuff for the holidays. So I had some placeholders in here for this already. I love these little placeholders. I had that in the ally. Well, And then New Year's Eve, we don't normally do a whole lot on New Year's Eve, but I wanted to put this in here just in case we do decide to have some friends over, or if we decide to go anywhere. I think one year we did go up to Gatlinburg and watch the ball drop from downtown Gatlinburg, so that was pretty fun. It's been a few years since we've done that, so just over, you know, it may not be this year or next year, but if I still keep just putting a little bit in here, we could maybe plan something. So that is our binder for our holidays, and this video has seemed like it's been 2 days long. That's all I have for this video. I just wanted to go over my new categories, my new sinking funds. Let me know if you guys have some unique sinking funds that you save for. Like, you know, we save for the UT tickets. Are there any events or high dollar purchases that you save up for? Maybe some that I'm forgetting. I mean, I'm trying to tweak our budget and get things down. Or are there any suggestions that you guys have that would help us along the way as far as stuffing in the envelopes and being more prepared for those events that come up? It's hard to think of everything until it happens to you. And I hope this maybe has been a help to somebody else that's just learning about sinking funds and ways to categorize the events that are coming up in your life and better prepare for those. This really has, the sinking funds and cash stuffing really has changed our life. It has helped us tremendously with being able to budget and prepare and be ready for things to come and not be overwhelmed and just feel like you're broke all the time and that you don't have enough money for this and how does everybody else do it. And I'm so glad we found the Budget Mom and Dave Ramsey. I'm so glad that we found the people to lead us in the right direction. Anyway, I'm just keep rambling on. I guess I'm just talk today. Chatty. I'll have to put that in the description. Very chatty. Anyway, that's all for today's video. If you stuck around this long, thank you. And I cannot thank this community enough. I've learned so much, and I'm such a budget nerd. I feel like I'm a nerd at home and around my people here, but on YouTube, you're all the same. You're like me. It's like I can talk about it with you guys, and it's on your mind like it's on my mind all the time. My budget nerd friend, so I'm a big budget nerd, and I like the new saying that's going around, loud budgeting. I've been doing it for a long time, but nobody else did around me, you know. That I've always been a loud budgeter, and all my friends and family know that I'm a budgeter, so trying to get them all on board. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing and join us on this journey to financial freedom. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.